everybody, and welcome back to the XsivGaming channel and Car Mechanics Simulator 2018. This is our Let's Play series, and today we are up to episode number 18, so if you could quickly drop us a like, it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. So nothing's changed in the garage since our last visit, so let's crack straight on with today. So we'll right click, orders, got the Elenti Callope, however you would like to say it. Looks like it's the Renault Clio Sport is what it looks like. I've got something unique for you together with a friend of mine. I have saved a little race car from the junkyard. I want to give it another chance at life, and I want to race the car on an actual race track. To do that, this little baby needs to run first, and this is where you come in. Do your best to make it really fast. I don't care how it looks, I just want it to go like you know what is what the story says. So this, like I say, is the Elenti Callope V6 DOHC. It looks like it's the Renault Clio Sport is what it looks like, but we'll have a look at it. It's definitely the Renault Clio. It's a very popular sports car. A nice cheap little hot hatch, I think they would call it. But yeah. Engine, of course, is in the back in here. There's the engine cover. Why can't we open that? Actually got to take off the whole part. Number plate saying road rage, look. So yeah, let's move the car. I don't believe we can put it onto test path. No, we can't. I'm not surprised. Move the car to lift A, and we'll give this a go. So we'll get that up onto the ramp, open that trunk up again, click into the engine bay. So it's a slightly different looking engine. It's, like I say, it's to one side. It is a V6. It's sort of sat on the side, and the drive shaft goes through the back there, so it's a rear wheel drive as well. So it looks like air filter is knackered in there. Can we run tests on it before I start taking that off? OBD scanner. Put that on first and see if we can find any problems with the car. That way, yeah, we're looking at spark plugs. Going to need a changing compression test. Yeah, we can do that, so it is complete. Everything is actually fine with the engine itself. Check the electrics as well. Yeah, the battery's definitely knackered. And the last one is the fuel pressure test. So yeah, I've got quite a few jobs to get done on this one, I think. That's all fine. So let's get that air filter off. Visually see that that one is knackered just through the little hole at the end. Take those clips off. So there's the air filter that needs changing. We do need to 100% this one. ABS module as well. Air filter and the air filter cover. Of course, got to replace the oil as well. So first things first, let's lift that up. get that oil drained out before we take something off and mess it up. Put it onto lifter A. As you can see, it's put it at the back because that's where the engine is on this car. Use the equipment, get rid of all that, move the equipment and place it back. Underneath it doesn't look too bad. But like I say, let's get that engine started first and then we can of course mess about with it afterwards. So, yeah, overall it doesn't look too bad a condition, this one. But, start taking a few bits out. Let's have a look at those ignition coils off. Just want those plugs out. So like I say, this is the V6 version, so you've got the 3 one side and 3 the other. Bit like the big V8 engines, dual-sided. So, yeah, like I say, it looks in pretty good condition overall. I think we need to get this timing cover off. So let's get that idler roller off. Come off. Take these covers off. I think this cover comes into 3 pieces here. Indeed it does. Like I say, it's quite a large engine to deal with in such a small car, but you take all of that off. It's obviously got to be something inside the engine itself. That's going to be a problem. Visually there's nothing outside that we can see. Just looking back at the list as well. Yeah, according to my list of bits and pieces that we've got to do, we don't actually need to take all this off. There's nothing wrong with the engine. It's looks like it's going to be suspension parts and brakes. It's where the problems lie. So we can actually put this back together then. Said it was looking quite like a good engine. Usually when they look so good on the outside, they are, you know, you've got problems on the inside. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with the timing on this one. Get all those timing covers back on. Not to worry, like I say, it is all experience. Get experience points for each part you take off and each part you put back on, so like I say, a few experience points there. But we need to get these plugs sorted out. 3 at 64% and 3 that are right down. So what we are going to do is buy ourselves 6 plugs. Just put those 6 in there. Ignition coils are all fine as well, 64%. Just had 6 new spark plugs. All the ignition coils are the same. So we want a new air filter in there. I think it wanted a new air filter cover as well. It does indeed. On there. Those clips back on. Like so. That's that. So we said the ABS looked like it needed doing. Change that back to part up mount would help. We'll replace both of those now. Whilst we're in the engine bay. That bit done. Like I said, everything else in there seems to be in pretty good nick. It's just the underneath that seems to be an issue. Just looking where the starter motor is. There's the starter lock under there, which is all done on the lifter as well. So I think we're done in the top. So assembly mode, put the engine cover back on. And we can close the boot back down. So we'll look in the trunk or the bonnet area. Definitely needed a new battery. Take that out. Get ourselves a new battery put in there. Get that all connected back up. So let's get the car up. Get these wheels off. Yeah, this one looks very much like it's going to be suspension problems. After looking at the engine, see nothing wrong in there. That took apart. We want to move all this sway linkage as well. take that knuckle out, we've got to take the shock absorber out. Lower suspension arm. That's literally that entire front corner of the suspension. Undo those rubber bushings there. One done, and then we can of course take that. No, we can't take the cross member out because we've got this wheel to take off here. Take all those discs off. Literally just got the entire front suspension. And we can of course just put back whatever's needed. That sway linkage, front shock. Lower suspension arm. Take the front knuckle off, the tie rod comes off. Then of course we can take that cross member out, take the steering rack off. I think we're fine for those two. So there we go. That is all of the front of the car ripped out. So now we go back to let's go over to the repair bench, see if we can fix any of this. So yeah, we are just going to spam the button, see what gets repaired, and there'll be a few bits there that won't be able to be repaired of course. So that cross member, yeah, that didn't get repaired, so it's the front suspension cross member B is what we are after. Front suspension, did we say B? Do you know my memory is absolutely atrocious? Yeah, B. I swear I suffer from short-term memory loss. But get rubber bushings in. Up a few of those. Might as well pick up a couple of those whilst we're here. Guarantee we'll need them later on. So we get that done up there. I think there's one more just around there. Like so. So next we got the front steering knuckle A. We're going to need two of those. Front steering knuckle A, two of those. Let's get those both on, one side at a time. The lower suspension arm is we need two of those. suspension arm, 2 of those. That's that in there. Get that front shock absorber in. Again, I don't believe it wanted that changing. A full one there. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it wanted those changing. So we'll put that one back in. So we need a front sway bar. We need a steering rack. We have got one at 100%. I think we may have either repaired it or had a spare one in stock. So we're going to want, is it just a sway bar? Front sway bar indeed. So buy one of those. Pop that in there. And a sway linkage. I think we need 2 of those. The inner tie rods, let's get 2 of those. And I can guarantee you that if we do the inner ones, you're going to want to do the outer ones as well. Let's just move that around so hopefully you can see a bit better. So that's the main sort of suspension bit done there. So you want the front knuckle covers, front axle knuckle cover. Two of those. Front wheel hub. Going to need one of those for the other side, but this one's fine. That wheel hub bearing in there. That's at 64%, which seems to be their magical number. Cap. Brake disc, we're definitely going to need doing. That's brakes. We're going to want 2 of the ventilated. We'll get 2 of the standards for the rear. Get 4 lots of pads. Calipers we'll leave for the moment because I'm not sure if we need those or not. We've got one that's fine there. We obviously managed to repair those, I think, or we already had them in stock. Either way, now I'm going to leave the wheels off because I know they need doing that side. Well, all 4 need doing, so we'll leave that side for now. Let's go back to building the knuckle. Got a lower suspension arm. Nice to need one of those. Got the shock absorber. Like I said, it's not said to change them, so just put in what we've got. Purchased a new one of those, which is the sway end linkage. Come around the opposite side, we've got the inner tie rod to go in. Nice new one of those. We've got an outer tie rod. Yeah, and a nice new one of those. Then we've got that knuckle cover. Then we've got a wheel hub, which is what we need. hub. Hub bearing. We're going to put that one in because it says 64%, which, like I said, seems to be the magical number for this car. Little hubcap, and then that's ready for the tyre as well. So, in theory, that is all the front done. Head up onto the back. Whizzing through these jobs today. Calipers off. Brake pads definitely need doing. Got a drive shaft or drive axle there. Yeah, it's going to need doing. Suspension itself looks okay. What we can do is go to the examine mode. Just generally look at the parts. Can't do the shock absorber, that needs checking on the path tester. It seems to be fine at the moment there. Come around this side. And we'll get the wheels off. Actually looks in pretty good condition on the back. It's just that front that seems to have took the brunt of problems, I think. Got a nice new one of those to go straight in there. Brakes, we've got a nice new brake discs, nice new set of pads. We're definitely going to need 2 more calipers. Cylinders look okay. Brakes. 2 more calipers. Like I say, the cylinders are okay. They don't wear out nowhere near as quick as other parts. We're fine with the wheel there. Rear knuckle cover there, brand new. We're not going to put it on because it's not requiring it. So we definitely need a rear drive axle B. So rear drive axle B. Nice new set of brake discs, nice new set of pads, and a nice new caliper with a U cylinder on. So that is all the parts done, I believe. Let's have a look at the car status. Yeah, all the parts are done. We've got 4 parts that are undiscovered. Got 4 tyres and 4 rims that need doing. Tyres and rims for this one. there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 parts that are undiscovered. But let's get those wheels sorted out. What we're going to do is just separate one off so that we can just gauge what we need. Pen and paper, so guaranteed I will forget. So we'll take that, look into the inventory. Got lots of junk in here at the moment. So we want 4 classic 13s, 18 ET0, and then we've got sport tyre 205s, 40 18s is what we need. So let's come to the shop, hit that home button at the top. First of all, let's grab the rims. So it's rim classic 13s, which are this one here. 4 of those, and they want to be 18s, 0. That's those. Come out into the tyre shop. Sports tyre. Again, we want 4 of those. Obviously 18s, 205, 40, 2,000 for some tyres. It's terrible, that is. Never pay that in real life. There's the 13, those brand new sports tyres on. So of course each one of these that we do have to be balanced. So what we're going to do is balance as we go. Whilst that's doing that, we can be installing the rest of the parts. Lots and lots of jobs going on here. I believe that is all of them now. All we've got to do is just one more wheel. So take those, they can all go back on. Nice new wheels, of course. And that's one. That's two. That's three. I'm curious as to what the Curious as to what the missing parts are. Not missing parts, but bits we're not sure about. Let's go car status. Yes, there's 2 parts there and 2 parts there that are not discovered. Curious. Just wondering if it's anything to do with the clutch. Anything I don't think we've actually looked at. Definitely not the clutch. Yeah, it's done not the clutch. Let's start motor back on before we forget it. My guess is it's going to be one of these bushings. But yeah, not sure. Let's get the car down. I want to open that up. We're going to have to take off the engine cover again because we want to just fill it up with oil. So there we go. Let's see if we can, of course. It's not that, was it? No, because that's that section. Okay, so let's see if we can move the car to the test path now. We'll quickly run it on the test path. That'll give us a idea as to if it's any of the suspension parts that we've not changed. Or brakes, of course. So yeah, front brakes are tip top. Rear brakes are, of course, tip top. Front suspension then. Again, appears to be in good nick. And the rear suspension. We've got some problems on the rear. Rubber bushings. 4 rubber bushings, and we should be done then. So let's move the car back to lifter A. As expected, I knew it would be rubber bushings. It's just identifying where they are. So get the car back up. What we're going to do, we're looking at the back of the engine. Go to examine mode. There's 1. There's 2. So where is the other 2 then? Yeah, 2 there and 2 there. So it is on the lower suspension arm on the rear. Get those wheels back off. So we want to take that lower suspension arm off, but to do that you've got to take the shock absorber out, then the lower suspension arm, and we want to go back to part mount. Do we not need to take the wheel off to do that? So It's got 4 rubber bushings, I believe. So it's best just to put brand new ones in there. Just saves the hassle later on, saying that parts are missing or not correctly fitted, etc. That's one side done. In fact, we don't need to take that wheel off, do we? So there we go, everything is now done with the actual mechanics. So next up is just getting those couple of body parts done, which I believe is a front wing, a bumper and a front wing is the body parts that are missing. Yeah. So let's go behind, back into body shop. We said this one was called the I know I said it was a Clio, but can't for the life of me think what the car is called now. It's the Elenti. That's the one. So it was a front bumper, a left wing and a right wing, again depending where you're from as to what you would call it. Onto assembly mode, put that bumper on, put the wing on and the wing on, put the, do we need a number plate? No items to work with, so it must already be on there. Use that, back into assembly mode, engine cover on, close that down, and I believe that is the car done. No red crosses there, none there, none there. So we've done the oil, drained and refilled with new. We've done the various body bits that needed doing. We've done the pretty much all of the suspension and all of the braking system all the way around the car. We've also done 4 tyres, 4 rims, given it 6 new spark plugs and a new air filter. Total money spent $8,484 and total payout $23,565. Click finish order. The front license plate is missing. It's not because it was there a minute ago. I know it was. Right. So we need a license plate. Plates. Just going to put a standard plate on. There we go. Oops, wrong button. So there we go, we have now finished the order. So that's another episode done. Hopefully you have enjoyed today. Today, of course, episode number 18. If you have enjoyed today's video, remember to drop us a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new, of course. But like I say, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching and we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.